Well, I think, I mean, all of John Coltrane's music in this day and age, we all know how valuable it is, historically speaking. Every note, notes that that he may have intended for us to hear, maybe notes that he didn't intend for us to hear. That's always a tricky thing with an unreleased album, something that was lost, or something that the artist didn't intend to release. At what point do we say, hey, let's put this out into the world, despite the fact that the artist may have had other ideas? I think it's pretty safe to say at this point that historically that this band is it's a legendary group, and the style of music that they're playing at this time, the early '60s, was not a sound that they were emulating. It was a sound that they actually created. It was a sound that didn't exist before they played it. And that speaks volumes. The historical importance of that is it goes beyond saying, really. The fact that they went into the studio the day before the famous session with Johnny Hartman, and created an album's worth of music, a standalone album's worth of music in this one day. It just really speaks to the power of the group. They'd been playing at Birdland all week, maybe for 2 weeks, I think. And I think they even played the night of this recording. They were at Rudy's in New Jersey, finished the session, and drove into the city to play at their last night at Birdland. This was a band that was always, at the top of their game. And again, historically speaking, this is, 1963 was an interesting sort of cusp, really. John Coltrane and his group, kind of had one foot in the past. You can hear them playing blueses and bebop tunes like Villia and Impressions, but they're also leaning toward where they're headed in the future. Obviously, we all know where they go. In 1964, Love Supreme and Crescent comes along. In '65, the music takes on a whole other dimension, and by 1966, it's completely it's moved into the avant-garde, into a whole other realm. In a very short span of time, his music progressed so rapidly and so quickly. So this album, it's right at a very interesting crossroads between the past and his soon-to-be future.